Well, hello. It's Saturday evening, little after 5. Let's see, what time is it? Yeah, 5 after 5, Saturday, 26th of April. This is just an equipment test because we're going to need it to work tomorrow morning. So I'm just going to let it run for a while. I got things to do. And so a lot happens behind the scenes, come 11 a.m. on Sunday mornings here in Superior, or 9 a.m. Sunday mornings in Alberton. We get together and have roughly an hour of togetherness in the sanctuaries, worship God, study the scriptures, share stories with each other, generally commune with one another. But a lot goes on behind the scenes before that ever happens, and afterwards too. It's kind of like this Sunday morning services are kind of like the top part of an iceberg sticking out of the water. There's a whole lot of other stuff that happens in the background and underneath the surface. And this is one of those things. I decided we needed some banners up there on the wall. So I looked around and I found a couple of banners. We washed them and did a couple of repairs on the fabric. And now I'm in the process of hanging them up back there on the wall. And so that's what I'm doing right now. And I'll tell you how I'm doing while we're working, okay? See, I got these. I found these in the office. And they were looking pretty dingy. So I took them home and washed them. And I got some cords. These dowels were back there in the office too with them. So I just decided I was going to resurrect these things and get them hung up before tomorrow's service. And this is just one of the things that happened. Of course, we were here earlier formatting and printing bulletins so that there'd be bulletins for everybody to read tomorrow. And there's all kinds of stuff that happens that never sees the light of day. So working with these bulletins gave me an idea. Now it makes me think it might be worthwhile to make some custom, did I say bulletins? I meant these banners. It might be worth our while to make some banners specific to our individual churches. That would be a cool thing to do. I'll try to float the idea tomorrow morning during announcements. I'm not expecting a lot of enthusiasm, but what the heck? The idea has got to start somewhere. It looks like my little thread on the end there isn't going to cut the mustard, but that's okay. It'll be good enough. So So now, I found when I did the first one that you can't see from where the camera is, that if I don't do something to pin these, like put thumbtacks and these to pin them to the rod, it'll slide when I go to put it up there. And the first time I did it, it slid all the way off and I had to redo it. So this time, what I'm doing right now is I'm putting a couple of thumbtacks in here like this to keep the material from sliding on the dowel. Doesn't take much. Just a little pin here and there, you know. Just enough to keep it from sliding. That's about all. Yeah. It's really not that hard to do, but holding everything still and get the pin started and far enough down into the wood grain so that it doesn't come out. That's the main thing. And then I got these pieces of cord that I got from the sale downstairs today, but sewing equipment and stuff that I got to put two pieces together so that it's long enough to go all the way, you know, the whole length of the dowel. Otherwise, it's not long enough. See right there what just happened when it slid off. If I hadn't pinned it like that, the whole thing would have slid over to one side. So I learned from the first time. So now, what I'm trying to do here is get it so that it's roughly the same length as the one on the other side. Yeah. Roughly, you know, it doesn't have to be exact, but if it's close, then it won't look lopsided, you know, hopefully. Yeah, that's probably about right. I hope. Yeah. We'll find out once it gets hung up there. So, on Thursday, 3 of us went over to Helena for the annual district gathering. And we spent the night, came back yesterday as, you know, after the festivities were over. You know, there's lots of, you know, of course we have to eat, renew old friendships, say hi to everybody that I haven't seen in a couple of years. And it was a really good time. It was a very good time. Yeah, I'll just leave it like that. Yeah. That's pretty close. So what I'll do now is I'll cut that off. I'll cut that off to a reasonable length. And I'll melt the end of it so that it doesn't fray. I'll just cut off about like that. And then, now you can do that with this nylon cord. If it was cotton, I wouldn't be able to do it. But this nylon stuff, it's a good way to keep it from raveling any further. It's probably the best way, you know. You could put tape around it, or you could, you know, tighten a knot, or what have you, but it's so easy just to melt the end of it. And it does a pretty good job to hold it still. Okay, now what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna climb up that ladder right there, take this with me, and there's a nail on the wall where something like this used to be. You can't see the nail because it's so small, but you'll see that this will stay put if I can get it up there. I mean, there's no guarantees here, but I think I can do it. I did it on the other side, and so I feel pretty confident that I can do it over here too. I get way high up on the ladder, and then use this little, oh, come on. Yeah, almost good. Yeah, okay. Yeah. Okay. Okay, well, I was somewhat successful. Yeah. Yeah. And it looks pretty close. Fairly close. Not perfect, but close enough, I think. Kind of like that one over there, just to be a hair farther this way, but it could be my imagination too. I think I got some built-in parallax in my eyes because whenever I put something on the wall, like a picture or something, invariably the left side will be lower than the right side unless I use some kind of straight edge or something, unless I measure it. Oh.
Kiss Susie, hug her, and love her forever. It's 17:18.
That alarm's been going off at 5:18 p.m. for 3 or 4 years now, and I just haven't bothered to change it. It just reminds me to kiss and hug my wife. Stop whatever I'm doing and love on my wife. But she's not here right now, so I have to wait till I get back to the parsonage. Okay. So I'm happy with that. That's good enough. Good enough for Saturday afternoon. And so, what am I going to do? I don't know. I'm thinking about it. I think maybe I'll leave this ladder here and use it again sometime soon. Splitting those things out or changing them or something. Yeah. Okay. So now I can put all this stuff back. I had a whole bunch of stuff back here, piled in the corner. It'd be great if I could take it and put it somewhere else. But probably won't be able to do it. Not yet, anyway. Yeah, that was my wife texting me to tell me it was cold in the parsonage. And he's gonna turn on the heater, and I'm gonna hurry with my stuff here. I'm gonna hurry up and get this done. I should be talking, but I'm trying to get this stuff situated over here. I haven't forgotten. Yeah. It's got so much stuff here to deal with. Yeah. Okay. Oh. Can you hear me all right? They don't look too bad, do they?
I love it. That's beautiful.
It'd be pretty easy to make. We could make some that would be, we could put whatever we wanted on.
That's true. Really good.
There's nothing says we couldn't do it. It'd be fairly easy. We're,
I know, yeah.
we're simple enough. To put whatever.
It's,
Okay. I had the doors open. And I'm making a live YouTube thing while we're talking. And partially for a test, and partially because I'm a ham. And I like to be on stage. Be the limelight. So I put up the second banner. There's nobody watching or anything, but it'll be. And it was high. It was kind of high in there, so I left the doors open and turned on the fans. So now I'm kind of turning things off. Shutting the doors, and then I got to move this big teddy bear back over where I had to move it away from that door so I could put the ladder over there. And now, as soon as I get it back over there, I'll go downstairs. And bear with me for a second.
okay, ladies.
Bear, get it, bear. Like a big bear, moving a big bear, a big teddy bear. Okay, now I'm going downstairs. The two lilies, did you put them in the Sunday school room so they'd stay?
No, they did.
Okay. Well, I brought them back upstairs.
Okay.
And,
Now they shouldn't have been downstairs in the first place.
well, I think they put them down there because it's cooler down in that part of the building.
So, is my room, like, is there a table in there?
No, they got books on the table, but I can take the books off.
It's no big deal. Well.
That's the only office. Material in the car. So does it matter to you what flavor cake mix I get?
I think I'd rather have vanilla. That way I can see the candy hearts and the cake.
Oh, yeah, okay. Okay. Just walking around, closing things up for now.
I might take one of those vanilla, they probably got vanilla frosting up there. I might grab one of those out of the box tomorrow.
Yeah, there's just 2 or 3 kinds. There's a speckled kind, and there's vanilla, I think, and so.
Oh, really?
I think there's might be a chocolate in there, but I'm not sure.
I don't want chocolate.
Do you think these lilies will be okay upstairs overnight?
Yeah, that'll be fine.
Even if the heater comes on? And,
That I don't know.
I put something over the top of it to cover it up.
Or just move, don't let it be near big. Just move to the side or something. I don't know.
There you go. Yeah, that's bad. Close the back in the morning. Yeah, if you're watching this, this is the kind of thing I was talking about, of all the stuff that goes on behind the scenes before Sunday mornings ever happen. There's all kinds of stuff that goes on. So we've been talking for a half an hour. Everything looks okay. I hope it works again in the morning. It doesn't always, but it should. So God bless. Thanks for joining me on this little odyssey, and I hope to see you tomorrow morning. So I'm going to sign off now.